When the world feels overwhelming, how do you find your center? It is possible, and today I want to share 3 practices that will help you come back to peace even when it feels like everything outside might be a little too chaotic. So the first practice that I love is to write yourself a letter from love. And Elizabeth Gilbert is the one who put me onto this. And if you were to imagine love itself writing to you, what would it say? And keep in mind that love always speaks gently, it never shames, it never pressures. So when you feel afraid or uncertain, sit down and write a letter as if love were speaking to you. You'll be amazed at the guidance that flows through. And if you do this every morning, or even once a week, but I highly recommend every morning, you'll notice really, really beautiful things start to happen in your life. So I'm not going to delve too deeply into this process because I think Elizabeth Gilbert herself can explain it far better than I can, and there are tons of videos already out there from her about this on YouTube, and I encourage you to give it a search after this. Now, the second practice kind of builds on this one, and it is to create a new habit of shifting your fearful mindset. Anytime fear comes up, shift it to a mindset of love, loving yourself, trusting yourself, following your heart, trusting your intuition. So fear and anxiety are common, and they're, pushed on us by our consumption of any kind of media, especially short-form social media, because those things tend to go viral quickly, so the algorithm tends to push them. So anytime you notice maybe you're going down a rabbit hole, shift yourself to a place of love. And maybe that means turning off whatever you're watching or listening to and consciously seeking out something long form that will uplift you. If you're wanting to just relax and watch something, be aware of what you're consuming. And maybe it means if you're, just going about your day and you notice you're kind of coming at things with a fearful perspective or an anxious perspective, just take a minute and focus on loving yourself, and then try to tune in to what your heart wants to do. If you're feeling indecisive, you already know. You know what you want to do. If you're following your heart, sure, it might be something different, and it might be something that is a voice you've tried to ignore for a long time, but you know what that voice is. And if you change from a fearful mindset to just going for it, following your intuition, trusting yourself, trusting that whatever you're feeling guided toward, whatever you're feeling, whatever your heart wants to do, that is the right decision, and go for it and love yourself in the process. That is the way to be okay when everything around you feels not. And if you make that a habit and you do decision after decision like that, life will start looking magical. That's a promise from me. If you do it and you make it a habit and your life doesn't become magical, come back and leave me a comment and we'll talk. But I know that this is going to be transformative if you're willing to give it a shot. And the final thing I want to leave you with is shifting from judgment to gratitude. Now, judgment is a hard one because it is one of those habits we developed from trying to survive, judging our surroundings, judging each other, judging ourselves so that the tribe wouldn't leave us behind, make sure we're staying in line. Well, we're no longer in danger of being left behind by the tribe and eaten by a lion. Generally, I can't speak for every situation, but most of us, the dangers that we face are completely different than when humans evolved to develop this tendency. And now, not only is judgment generally not helping us and not keeping us safe, it is causing our demise. It's eating away at our mental health. Now, because gossip is fun, it's tasty like a candy bar, but it ultimately damages you and those around you, right? So We love to gossip, it feels fun, but anytime you are judging someone else, you are absolutely judging yourself too, and you're making the people around you subconsciously feel that you're judging them when they're not around or maybe in that moment. It's not good for anyone. It can be addicting, so this can be a hard one to let go of, but there are many practices to stop judging, but I find the quickest one is to shift to gratitude. So if you notice you're judging yourself, find some things about yourself that you're grateful for. Find some things about that person that you're talking about or thinking certain thoughts about. Find things that you're grateful for about them or about the situation or about life. And just by shifting your mind from judgment to gratitude, you're going to notice the most significant changes in your mental health. This is one of the most powerful tools toward becoming happier, more peaceful, more content, more wholehearted, and it'll improve your relationships with everyone around you. It'll attract uplifting people, people who bring you up and don't tear you down. So I am just going to leave it at that today. There's really a lot more that I could say about these things, but I'd rather just let you put them into practice yourself and see what you come up with. If any of these resonate with you, or if you have any comments that you've already tried these and seen some results, please share it. I love hearing your stories. I love hearing from you. And if you can do these 3 things in the next 5 minutes, just practice each one once. It'll be so much easier to implement them. So practice shifting from judgment to gratitude. Think of something about yourself that you've judged in the past, and then find something that you're so grateful about yourself and switch your brain. I don't care if it feels cheesy at first. It doesn't matter. The goal here is to have you feeling fabulous. And so even if you want to roll your eyes a little bit, it doesn't matter. That's fine. Go ahead, because it works. So do that. Shift your mindset from fear to loving yourself and trusting yourself. And lastly, write yourself a letter from love. And right after this video is over, if you want to search for Elizabeth Gilbert, Letters from Love, you'll find a ton of other things. You can hear some other ones that other people have written, and you can write your own either before or after that. And remember, you are meant to live in peace, and you can always return to peace, no matter how things feel outside of you.